So I wanted some ties, and of course you know how white they are over there, so I created a sloppy paint solution with a couple of different colors and some alcohol. I'm just soaking them in there now. What am I going to use these for? Well, accent pieces, you'll see. Now, how are these? Are these glued in place yet? It's been half an hour or so. Let's see what this is like. Pretty much. So, let's go at it with some sandpaper and we'll find out. This one first, eh? Make sure we're down below the rail. And some of this is just above. That, as the train's coming along, doesn't ride up on the wood. So we'll just press down along here. There we go, that's got that. Wood's compressible, so now for the middle piece, you need something a little bit narrower. Just fit between the tracks. Shave just a little off here. The paint's still wet, but I put on a kind of a wash. It's few different colors of paint along with alcohol mixed in, and now it's all just sitting there drying. When I'm done, I'll go through and clean out the inside, clean the rail tops and make sure that it doesn't scrub on any wood anywhere, and then that will be done and I'll be able to do this section of road in here. After painting this, there's paint on the rails, and there's a few ways to clean that. One way is to use the end grain on a piece of wood and just rub it along. Now normally this works best with fresher paint, although I can see it's actually working quite well on this as well. The other thing this tests is clearance. Like, what I mean by that is, what's my track versus where does it potentially rub? And you can see in here, I've got a bit of a rub spot along here. This is nice and low, but this is a little high there, so I'm going to have to do a little bit more work on that. I go along this one like this. It's doing a good job of cleaning the track. I can see some rub marks. So I'm going to have to do some sanding of these outside guys. And you need to do some cleaning along the inside here too. Although that's just, take pretty much anything and clean that. That's all okay. Looking real close at the track here. Yeah, I'm going to take one of my sanding sticks. I got a new one. It actually says it's 100/180. One of the wife's contributions. I'm going to sand this down more here. I know it's but maybe I'm going to just trim a tiny bit here. Yeah, that's what I want. There we go. Check here. Yeah, it's a little bit high here. A little bit of carving. Final cleaning I have for track is this guy. Yeah, I can feel track and nothing else. So I think that's all good. So these need sanding. Yeah, here's some weathering powders I have. So I'm going to try this black one on there and see what it does. Well, I like what it did to the wood. What does with that? Yeah, I like what it does to the stuff that was there, but I'm not sure about that white wood. Okay, I got some brown. It's just brown. And we'll put in just a tiny amount. We'll grab some water. I think I'll use alcohol to thin it. I need to get some 50-50 alcohol water mix. I think that should do. So we'll mix that up with this. This is my one I use for kind of a paintbrush. Just want to do this. Just for fun, add some different texture. Okay, clean that up and let it all dry. So you remember these guys? You remember my cleaning block? Let's see what happens. The paint's a little thicker than it was last time, so it's a little harder to clean, but not bad. The nice thing is it's just touching rails, it's not touching anything else. Look how shiny that gets. Now the only other thing I've done on here, off camera, was I went ahead and put a little super glue at the ends of these guys, just to make sure. Here, let's see. And I think that's resulted in a little bit maybe seeping through here. So we need to do some cleaning here. There we go. Okay, no problem with that guy. And no problem with that guy. Well, one of the problems of super glue is it leaves a bit of a shine. So what I'm going to try and do is take a little bit of this weathering powder and just throw it on here in an effort to get rid of that shine. And I'm just going to do it over all the track here. A little bit of weathering extra won't hurt anything. And then when I look at it closely, I can still see it a bit, but it's not nearly as bad as it was before. Can't see that. There we go. We should be able to see that now. Just where these little pothole guys were. In fact, I'll just do a little there. Okay, we're back with the road. Now the actual road goes to there, comes along there. And I didn't work. So this part of the road goes along here like this, and it goes right to that piece there, and that piece there. So if I draw a straight line between those guys, that should be where it goes. That should fit right up against there like that. Okay, here's the road. And it fits like so this needs to cut a little bit off of there. It goes down a little bit there, but it's still okay, I think. Now this will need some in there, but that's up next. From the original template, I used a pencil and marked out center area here. So we'll just cut that out. There, that's that little piece fit in. Now I'm going to have to, as I say, do some foam, because if you press down on it, it goes down. Well, not too far though. The edges don't. It's just the middle that does. I'm going to fill it out a little. Just put a little ridge of foam across there, that's all. Yeah, that'll work perfectly. There we go, road all nicely cut out. Now I've got to do some marking on it. Okay, here comes the dangerous part. We're just going to freehand it. Now, should I do it before I glue it or after? Well, let's try it before on this one. Okay, it's a little bit off, but it's not too bad. And for the edges, there. I think I'll leave that till I glue it down.